An experience I had today with Sasquatch. So this may be nothing, but I thought I would share it. Southern Ontario, Canada. I was driving home with my wife. We were coming up to a roundabout and slowing down. There is a turn to the left and a turn to the right. But directly ahead there is only an entrance to a little lot owned by the region where region vehicles and wildlife vehicles can access to get down to a large river. This area is right on the edge of the country. There is not insanely built-up forests or anything, but there are a lot of woods around. Behind the lot there is a large hill, and on that hill is woods. I would say about 40 foot deep and 200 foot long of very large maple and oak trees. As we are slowing down, there is nobody else in sight. It is a Saturday afternoon in the country, so not a lot of traffic in general and none at the roundabout. My wife and I are talking when we see what I can only describe as a bunch of trees being ripped out of the ground and tossed over. I stopped at the roundabout and just watched as like 4 30-foot mature, large trees are just ripped over. Not like timber, a tree is falling down, like something ran through the woods, shook a bunch of trees and ripped some. Or tore some up and pulled them down. All of them fell within 8 seconds of each other. It wasn't like one tree got ripped up and 8 seconds later another. I mean like all trees were ripped over in 8 seconds total. You know when you watch a video clip and something is running through the forest and trees are going crazy as it crashed through? It was like that, but a bunch of trees came down. It was like 28 degrees outside, so nice and warm. So I had all the windows down. I did not hear anyone with a chainsaw, any motor, anyone with an axe chopping anything. No noise at all. I was also not listening to the radio and just talking to my wife at the time. And we stopped talking the second we saw the trees going crazy and before the 4 trees were ripped up. I also was driving a hybrid in EV mode, so no engine noises or anything to overwhelm or drown out the sounds of any machinery. I grew up on a farm and have felled a fair amount of trees in my day, like big massive 60-foot pine trees and stuff. So I know what it looks like, sounds like and act like when a tree is cut down. This was nothing like that. My wife even said, "Holy shit. Did you see that? It was like a monster." Now at the time I didn't ask her to elaborate on what she saw. I was assuming she was just referring to the trees moving like crazy and then being ripped up, knocked over. Now that I think about it, she might have seen something, and I will talk to her tomorrow when she wakes up. If she actually saw a monster or not. She said it was not a monster. Her exact words were, "It's like a giant was running through the trees," but did not see anything, just saying it says like that. Other than some UFOs in the country growing up, I have never heard of anyone talk or experience anything like this before, but it was very odd and shocking to see. I have never heard of Bigfoot ever being in southern Ontario, especially the area I live in. I mean like 5 minutes from there is a grocery store, even with it being at the edge of town. However, there is a ton of crops coming in at this time of year, including literal tons and tons of corn, wheat, soybeans and stuff like that. So within a 10-minute walk there would be a lifetime of food for something that big. Any ideas? Sorry if this is dumb. I thought it was important to share. Post from user Mr. Cricks at Reddit.